Alright, welcome back. Okay, so usually I would show every step. In this case, I couldn't because I had to install or turn on some features. Anyway, so first thing you're going to do on your desktop is install Docker Desktop. Alright, so go ahead and click on it and you can install it straight from the Microsoft Store right here. Okay, then more than likely you're going to get a WSL error about not being able to update. So what you're going to do with that one is open a command prompt. Where did I put that? I forgot where I put it. There it is. So I just right click, open in terminal, and it's going to be WSL dash dash update. It'll tell you in the window to do it as well. Now, after you update and open up Docker for desktop, you may get another big warning box pop up telling you to use WSL shutdown, something happened, whatever. Okay, in order to fix that, you need to come over here and type in Windows features, turn them off and on. So and then you get this window here, and you're going to look and you're going to make sure that Windows subsystem for Linux is checked. Let's see, what's the other one? Virtual machine platform is checked, and Windows hypervisor platform is checked. This one was not checked for me. I had to check it, and then anytime you do anything here, you have to restart your PC, which is what I did. So I went ahead and restarted, and then Docker loaded up just fine. Well, that's WSL, not Docker. Here's Docker. Docker loaded up, engine running, everything's fine. I didn't get any error warnings, so that was my issue with this. So now, for EverQuest 2, what I did was, okay, we did Docker. Then I did a right click into over here, just in a folder, because it creates its own folder. It'll create this folder here for you, so you don't need another folder. I did open in terminal. I copied and pasted this right here, and it created this folder. All right. Now, I'm going to delete this env file because we're going to do this part again. I did it in the other video. So, we have a batch file here. So, you could edit the env example and then save it as .env. But on Windows, you can just run the batch file that they've created. All this is going to do is ask you for like 10 different passwords for all the systems that it's going to run. In my case, I'm just going to type in the same thing, which is going to be password. And we're just going to go from there. There we go. Now, make sure Docker for desktop is running. And then we're going to use option 1, which you can do it in a regular command prompt instead of using this if you'd like. All it is saying, Docker up, or Docker compose up, or compose Docker up. I forget what the exact wording is, but just select one, hit enter, and it's going to start doing its thing. It's going to start pulling the server files, database, all that good stuff. Now, if this window opens and closes immediately, make sure your Docker desktop is running, because it can't do any of this unless this is actually running. And you can see it's already downloading the images. So these correspond to this. So since we're looking at getting 6 gig, it's moving pretty quick, but I don't think you want to sit here listening to me ramble on for 5-10 minutes while it downloads. So I'm going to pause the video real quick while this populates. All right, I'll be right back. All right, it is almost finished with the downloading the server. I mean, it's still got a lot of things to do. It's just downloading files right now. All right, so don't freak out if it didn't get that last, 0.001 gig. It does quite a bit in the background still. When I did this on the virtual machine, it took almost an hour. Now, again, it's a virtual machine, so it would take longer, but this is my desktop. So, there it goes. It's already moving faster. So you shouldn't need to make any changes to be able to connect to this. I know you're going to want to connect remotely, but you right now you cannot without seriously modifying the files in some way. This Docker is set up as a development setting, so you can it's meant to operate from the same machine that you're connecting to, kind of thing. Um, he is aware of this issue, you know, because he did it intentionally, and that can be found right here. This guy said the same thing, and I had the same exact issue, which caused me to go searching for it. You can connect to the login server, but you cannot, and you can create a character, but you cannot connect or zone into the world server. It throws a random IP address out there instead of the one that it's looking for, so it doesn't connect. There are ways to fix it. I just don't know how to go about doing these using Docker and stuff like that because I don't know enough about them. Because it's looking for a port, not an IP address, which zeroes out to, you know, that's still considered an IP address. So anyway, he said he'd work on it later, which of course he'd have to because, you know, it's an MMO, so, you know, a useless MMO if you can't connect to it remotely. So what's going to happen up here eventually, it'll say that, you know, the server started, etc. You know, use this IP address to log in. Here it is right here. So hold down control and then click it as a link. If you just click it, it won't do anything. So you're going to use admin and then the password that you set, and in my case they were all password and online connected, which is nice because my virtual machine didn't even come up that way right away. And you can scroll down, connected to the login server. That's what you want to see. That's nice. So the login server, world server. Yep. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is take this tab and move it down here where you can't see it. Not that that matters. I mean, I'm going to bring it up and show you in just a minute. We are going to... Where are you at? I forgot where no, it's not there. There it is. So now we need to go and edit the default ini. That was the IP address I was trying to connect to, but we need to change it to local. We're going to save that, and then you're going to run everquest.exe. EverQuest2.exe, sorry. Click. Just create a password and it'll make one for you. I might have a character already. Nope. Okay. So now, if I bring this back up here, I should be able to view the log. And there you go. It does say Docker test server here, but anyway. So there's the information. So we can see that it is talking to the login server. Create a character. Wow, this brings back some memories. I think EverQuest 2 was the one where you could upload a character. Like if you pre-ordered it, they sent you a disc and stuff, and you could go through the whole character creation screen and everything, and then save your character, and then upload it later. Like when the game actually came out, you could load your character up. That says Docker test server. We can change that. Not while the game's running, obviously, but... Okay, never mind. It's over here. you would change that in the env file right here. Alright, right here where it says Docker test server, that's where you would change the name. So I could actually just, I could just go ahead and just change it, and the next time I run the game, it would automatically have a different name. But this is where you would change it, right here in the env file. So server is up, no one's online, logging into zone server, updating, blah blah blah.
Long ago,
this is the world. You can see it's all loaded up, processing, send spawn, etc.
They formed a great council and made a pact to withdraw their influence from the realm.
Turn that volume down a little bit, right?
Intent on safeguarding their interests, to weaken and divide the
I forgot about this whole intro thing. Let's end this puppy. Yeah, when it's
Welcome to Nora, the world of EverQuest 2. Left click on
there we are.
button at any time for more detailed help and information. EverQuest 2 can be played in either a third-person view, which you see now, or from a front. The first thing you need to know how to do is look around using the mouse. Hold down the use the A, S, W, and
Ahoy! 'Tis good to see you, eh? Me, I am Captain Drake.
I should have said skip tutorial. I wonder if I can still do it. Alright, well I can't do anything there. What about here? That's camp and log out. That's not what I want. Camp to character selection. Ah, it's going to count down to 30, isn't it? I want immediately, damn it.
Oh, there, the seas are getting a bit angry. Go speak to First Mate Fowler. He might have something for you to do.
the captain has given you a quest. Left click on the quest journal.
There we go. Alright. Let's try this again. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck do you mean? Set Soga appearance. I don't know what that is. I think those are some kind of new thingies. Updated graphics or something. I don't know. Alright, so I cannot do it with this one. We create a character again. Let's do the same thing. Email next. Good next. Yeah, that's fine. Next. There it is. Skip tutorial. Alright. So we know the boat works. Now I'm on the Isle of Refuge. But there you have it. I mean, you can see it works. It is EverQuest. Problem is, you're still stuck by yourself. And it has this problem where I click on it and it zooms to the camera facing down, but you know, whatever.
Garvin Trolk can guide you on what to do next.
Here you go. Enjoy. I will see you in the next one. I'm running out of servers to find, though. If you think of anything, let me know.